Ragazzi, qui è Frrrank e bentornati in questo nuovo video di Baldur's Gate 3. Come potete sentire la voce non ho il naso tappato di più, però io per voi ci sono sempre, con il caldo, con il freddo, con le intemperie, la tempesta, nudo. Purtroppo non sono riuscito a fare tutto quello che avevo detto nello scorso episodio, anzi non sono riuscito a fare niente, non sono riuscito a giocarci nemmeno per i fatti miei. Però siamo qui per questo. Intanto ridistribuisco un po' di ricchezze che dobbiamo vendere, tra l'altro. Proviamo ad aprire la necromanzia di Tai, adesso abbiamo la pietra, forse potrebbe esserci utile per aprirla.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole. Only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You've seen similar books in wizards' libraries. A tome on Thayan magic. A rare and expensive find. People have gone mad reading less dangerous texts.
Gale, secondo me tu sei pronto per leggerlo.
We surely shouldn't leave such a threat out, where anyone could stumble across it.
Qualcuno tipo noi. Proviamo a inserire l'ametista. Ah, mizzica, è gigantesca. E olè. Liberato il dio della morte. Perché dai il libro ad Astarion? Apriamo il libro, vediamo cosa succede. Io sono curioso. Let's.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
Ah, si può scegliere. E allora, visto che sono un mago, tiro salvezza, facendo attenzione ovviamente. Let's go. Bravo Gale, ottimo lavoro. Questo libro mi sta facendo laggare il gioco. Male.
The symbols move aggressively, probing your mental defenses. But you hold strong. For now.
Prova a voltarne un'altra. 15? Non gliela faccio mai. Ah mio, ma c'è 3 ispirazioni. Proviamo a tirarne un altro? Sì, ok, conta come successo, non me lo ricordavo, scusate.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
Mi sa che mi sto addentrando dentro sempre qualcosa di più pericoloso. Anche Gale non sembra contento di quello che sta leggendo. Proviamo a chiudere questo maledetto libro maledetto. Dai, 20 sporco, ce la possiamo fare.
The claws try to grip your hands, try to stop you. But you slam the book shut before they can take you.
Ah, stava finendo dentro al libro.
The whispers, the pain. It all disappears in an instant. You are yourself again.
Ok, questa ricerca non è che si sia rivelata un grande successo. Non ci resta che andare nel boschetto di Smeraldo e raggiungere Alcin. Vediamo un po' che cosa cambia.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Beh, noi non la rifiutiamo questa gentilezza, ci mancherebbe altro. Sembrerebbe quasi un dispetto rifiutarla.
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Yo! Assolutamente sì! Festa! Let's go! Andiamo a vedere tipo Kaga che viene giustiziata, raga.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the rite of thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
I owe you nothing. goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I chose to protect us.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I will allow you to stay, but consider yourself a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, our place in the natural order. You shall learn it all once again, right here. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
Raga, farà una terribile fine. Non che ci importi più di tanto ormai. Noi avevamo ragione, ragazzi, ma lo sapevamo già prima. Fai occhio a questa tizia, semplicemente.
She shows great insolence, but time will humble her. And the grove still needs her.
Comunque assomiglia a Berlusconi, ragazzi.
You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
E adesso?
The journey to Moonrise Towers. And all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Ah, viene anche lui alla festa? Let's go, allora.
What have we...
Ah, ecco. Era l'ultima che dovevamo attivare. Che figata! E tutto questo quindi è nostro, è la nostra ricompensa. Mi aspettavo una ricompensa più grande, ma va bene. D'altra parte, comunque, una bella ricompensa. Ma sì, dai, andiamoci adesso.
We're ready to head to your camp.
Abbiamo riscosso le nostre cose, andiamo subito.
Excellent. Lead the way.
E che festa sia!
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you.
Grazie.
But I need an angle. Any ideas?
Puoi parlare di quanto sono fico, delle spine dorsali dei goblin che ho strappato via a mani nude. Sì, puoi parlare di queste cose, per esempio, di queste situazioni molto fighe.
Ooh, that's very visceral. I might tone it down a touch, but I'll keep the intent.
Grazie.
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night.
Dipende cosa vorrei fare con me.
Why, your naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all.
Sono il tuo uomo. Hai qualcosa in mente?
Far too much. This is the very problem. If you could set aside your many triumphs, carry out one defining act, not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, a god.
Vabbè, non esageriamo, erano goblin.
I must deliberate. Go. Enjoy your evening. I shall have work for you in the days to
Ti ho
come.
già perdonato, Volo. Cuore scuro, come te la senti stasera?
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself
Sentiamo.
caring for?
Sta parlando di me? Stai parlando di me? Parli di me?
Your words, not mine. But not what I mean.
Damn it.
I mean, desperate people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove.
Danno tante
Yet we
soddisfazioni.
came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
Eppure il sorriso di chi hai salvato è impagabile.
That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. Share a bottle with me?
Solo una?
It's quite a bottle. I liberated one of the finer vintages earlier. Best enjoyed someplace private, I think.
D'accordo.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off.
E sia.
Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Let's go. È stato così facile? È stato così facile. Let's go. Vizzito, vuoi venire anche tu a bere due sorsi?
Not this one, nor this one, and this one are less worthy still.
Che cosa stai contando?
Righting the balance. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Io pensavo volessi farti un goccio, quindi no grazie, pensi sempre ai soldi, fai schifo. Beh, ho parlato con tutti, direi che non c'è più niente da fare. Let's call it a day.
You made it. Come here. Sit with me.
Quindi, straight to the point. Che si fa?
Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
Al vino.
Not one for taking things slowly, I see. To insatiable urges. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins or anything like that. Something about you.
Va bene, qualcosa su di me.
Seems like you truly know the city. I never got to explore it to my liking. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting.
Facciamo un po' e un po', no? Dimmi qualcosa tu. 20 nat.
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now.
Avevano detto niente di queste cose però, eh? Beh, magari la facciamo ridere.
I did. And you remembered. You're sweet.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon.
Qua si gioca il tutto per tutto, ragazzi. Let's go.
What?
Dai, sono tutte sbagliate tranne una.
I know. But you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night.
Maledizione. Potevo giocarmela meglio? Boh. Però passi da gigante.
It was just what I needed.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
Però per adesso possiamo avvicinarci un po'. Let's go, Miles, my boy!
That didn't hurt, did it?
No, let's go.
Good to know. For the future. Let's head back. If we must.
Boom.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous. Though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
Però noi siamo pronti a tutto. Raccontaci di più di queste torri dell'alba lunare, dai.
Wait. There's more you need to know. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Quindi come ci arrivo?
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Seluna. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Beh, contro le maledizioni non è che possiamo fare molto. Se troviamo un percorso alternativo...
You'll need to pick it up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in the Temple of Selûne.
Fuck! Mica l'accampamento Goblin. Proviamo.
Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
E il boschetto non dovresti prendertene cura prima che Kaga decida di fare di nuovo la sua mossa?
I've chosen a successor as first druid. Francesca of the
Bel
High
nome,
Forest.
bellissimo nome.
A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
Chi è?
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
D'accordo, allora. Se ti fidi tu, mi fido anch'io.
Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us.
Non perdiamo tempo, allora. Pare che per andare all'Underdark dovrò passare per l'accampamento Goblin. È un male, perché io non l'ho ancora sgominato tutto, ma lo farò off-game. E poi ritorneremo in-game per attraversare l'Underdark. Prima magari facciamo questa cosa qua. Andiamo alla caccia a Karlach. Parliamo un attimo con gli animali. Ciao, come ti chiami?
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
Che succede? Hai bisogno di una mano?
I told you to go.
Io voglio solo aiutarti, sono qua per questo. Amicizia con gli animali, è vero, ora ce l'ho, quindi let's go. Bam.
There's death in your scent, but not in your words. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
Sì, per sempre. Mi sa che non si sveglierà mai più, amico mio.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
Magari. Qual è il tuo nome?
He calls me Scratch. You can do the same.
Va bene. Che ti è capitato al tuo amico?
We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on two legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
Ah, ok. È stato attaccato da uno gnoll. Che sono cani più grandi e più cattivi. Ok. Vieni con me allora, ti porterò al sicuro.
No. I won't leave him.
Ah, Cico, ma sei bello. Vabbè, quando avrai fame non si sveglierà, segui il mio odore e ti petterò io.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
Gale, tutto a posto?
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
Tranquillo, ne ho presi tantissimi.
Thank you.
Buon appetito. Il cuore. Deve far male, Gale.
It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. It's somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite...
Ne vuoi un altro?
You do plenty for me, more than you realize. But this cannot be remedied. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Ehi, di nuovo, che succede?
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Un altro? Abbuffati pure.
Thank you. Good gods. I don't know what to make of this. 3 artifacts is a positive glut of magic. Yet my hunger only grows. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Dici?
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet.
Buono.
Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra.
Wow.
She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time she became my muse. And later even my lover.
Male, spero che tu stia mentendo.
Oh yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond.
Gordo.
I sought to cross her boundaries.
Gordo, spiegati meglio però.
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Secondo me Volo può scriverci una bella canzone, perché non mi racconti un po' tutto quanto?
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
Sono tutte e tre delle grandissime scelte, ma non me la sento di fare troppo lo stronzo. Anche perché è tutta roba di cui Miles fondamentalmente non ci capisce un cazzo.
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in, into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And God says it ever hungry.
What is it? What do you see?
Cioè, ha un mostro dentro di sé praticamente. Cosa succede se quello viene fuori?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
E cosa succederà quindi a quel punto?
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Come facciamo a estrarlo?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Miles non lascia un amico in difficoltà. Gli altri cosa dicono?
You'd have us debate that Netherese Jack-in-the-Box should be a blip on the horizon by now.
I'm in two minds. And frankly, don't care a great deal. Either decision is fine by me.
Dispiace Astarion, ma mi sa che il capo qua sono io. Sono anche colui che ti permette di rimanere nel gruppo. Quindi Gale rimane.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Cosa sono quelli?
Beast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood.
Ma perché il cuore scuro?
Watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another.
Sta partorendo?
Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
Perché non posso utilizzare Miles? Vabbè.
You move quickly, but not quickly enough.
Cioè? Si trasforma.
Her belly splits like a rotten fruit, birthing a frenzy of claws and fangs.
Oh oh. Male. Sono gli gnoll che hanno attaccato Graffio. Iena. Tu sei lo gnoll, quindi tu prenderai l'attacco al volo. Lei è un sacco contenta. Ah, sta cercando aiuto. Male. Gale, te ne dovrai occupare tu allora. Sta andando a chiedere aiuto, eh. Male. Tu invece gli dai una mano con i tuoi grandissimi, potentissimi attacchi ad area. Qua a 4. Direi che puoi lanciare un ottimo frantumare qua. Perfetto. Va bene, lui però non ha ancora agito, quindi secondo me un assassinio al volo. E olè, qua ci arrivi. Mamma mia, che salto. Prova a colpirlo, dai. Perfetto. Prova a dare un dardo allora, un dardino al volo. 5, peccato cavolo. Miles, devi farmi il favore di finirlo. Perfetto. Ora vai da lui, lo saluti in altrettanto modo. Esatto, eccola. Mamma mia, oh, non l'ho proprio vista. posto? Sembra che tu sia tutto un fuoco.
One horn. This is the devil Will has been tasked to kill.
Beh, Will non è qua in realtà, eh? So chi sei.
Gods. Is he still on my tail? I'm embarrassed for him. You with the so-called Paladins of Tyr? Or straight from the Grand High Devil herself?
No, nessuno dei due. Non so cosa tu sia, però.
Nothing but. But maybe you don't need to be one of them. You're no bounty hunter. I saw you before. On the Mind Flayer's ship.
Anche tu?
A great heat
Anche
rolls
lei.
through you. Her
Chiaro.
heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
È il girino nella testa, come fai a non saperlo?
Mountains as far as the eye can see. Guess that explains the voices. From that peek I got into your head, you've made some inroads trying to get the thing sorted. But alas, no joy.
Figurati.
I'm Karlak. And you are?
Sono Miles, piacere.
Well met, soldier. Now that we're old pals, how would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Dipende da cosa intendi.
A little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at.
Eh.
You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good at killing demons. Really good. So good, Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me her personal attack dog.
Eri una forte, quindi.
I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. Took me 10 years to properly escape, but now I'm free. Zariel sent goon after goon to hunt me down. But believe me when I tell you, I'm not going. The latest yappy little dogs she sicked on me are nearby. A group of dopes posing as paladins of Tyr. Wanna help me take them down?
Io non ho niente contro di loro, però, eh? E soprattutto sto dipendendo dalle tue parole.
Dirty work's the only kind I like. But there are a lot of them, and just the one of me. I'll take point, and you flank them. After we've mopped them up, we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
You want to just team up with some blood-stained killer? Because I'm fine with that.
Onestamente, se può essere una compagna, perché no?
Fuck yes. They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Pensa che figo, adesso lei torna e c'è Will. Chissà se succederà qualcosa. No, non succederà niente, ovviamente.